The Developmental Effects of Children in the United States Military Life by Jamey Lowrey. The life of a military child. The average military family moves every 2 to 3 years, according to the United States Department of Defense in 1998, compared to the average child who will move once or twice during their childhood. Due to the relocation, many military children experience the following: difficulty with forging new friendships, achieving academic success, emotional and behavior adjustment. Many adults who were once military children believe that relocation was the most stressful time of their childhood. Depression, emotional dysregulation, behavioral problems, and poor academic performances are some of the challenges that military children will endure. The effects of deployment on family. Much of the stress experienced by infants and young children is influenced by that of their parent or caregiver. Infants may react by becoming more irritable and unresponsive, vulnerable to sleep disruption, eating problems, and increased periods of crying. Toddlers experience more separation anxiety and show resistance to daily activities such as sleeping and eating. Preschool children may respond to separation and stress associated with separation from a military parent by regressing to behaviors that they have previously outgrown. For examples, young children may become aggressive and demanding, crying for attention and demonstrating an increase in bedwetting. Young children and adolescents may know more about the danger and the reality of combat. They may experience anger, sleep difficulty, and perhaps school behavior problems. Numerous factors associated with deployment, such as change in routine, parenting challenges, and worries about the service member, can influence child psychosocial functioning. Pregnant wives of deployed military personnel experience more stress, a factor known to increase risk for medical complication of pregnancy. Absent fathers. Boys appear to suffer more effects of family disruption than girls. Boys are more negatively affected in the area of intellectual development than girls. Boys whose fathers have been absent from birth to the 2-year-old period had adjustment problems. They showed more shame, guilt, infuriate, or less trust than boys whose father's absence began later in life. The loss of a father during childhood was related to the increased risk of suicide. During a father's departure, many boys experienced unhappiness, disruption in pure relationship, conduct problems, and increase in sibling rivalry. Girls, however, are less affected than boys by their father's absence. Though girls may have difficulty in achieving satisfactory sexual relationship with their husbands, they may even have trouble dealing with aggressive impulses and in interacting comfortably with men and male peers. The sexual role conflict have long been associated with father-absent situation. Another thing to think about is a study was conducted which supports the content that early father absent has a particularly strong association with delinquency among males. They found a negative correlation between juvenile crimes and father availability. It was found that boys from father-absent homes tend to be less secure in their masculinity and less aggressive, less aggressive than boys from father-present homes. Girls, on the other hand, were found that father absence for the female began before the age of 5, though girls had more trouble in developing normal heterosexual relationships. Absent mothers. The loss of the mother has a more severe impact on the development of a child. The separation from mothers during infancy results in the development of fearful, nervous, shy, and worried children. During the early childhood, separation from mothers create a specific and time-limited fear that mother may not return. Maternity separation may create more distress for children than father absent, and lengthy separation may compound the negative influence of family separation. Absent of both parents equals grandparents. Grandparents must help the grandchildren cope with the disruption of their normal routines, aspirated by relocation to residence of their grandparents, adjusting to new schools, and establishing a new social network of friends. During this change, grandparents may experience change in intimate relationship. Less privacy. Less time with partner. How and the amount of leisure time is spent. The disagreement of child rearing. They may also experience change in social life. Less time spent with friends. Less time with recreational activities. Less time with church activities or even community services. And one of the biggest ones that they have problems with is feeling less status within the circle of their friends, meaning feeling isolated and more distance from their circle of friends. Although many of their friends may be supportive, many grandparents feel as if they have become a distant subject in the past. Health issue. A survey was taken by grandmothers ranging from very good to very poor, or very good to poor. 48% of them rated their health as fair. 38% rated their health as good. The remaining amount reported their health as poor, and no reports of the very good was listed. When thinking of grandparents, we often think it is going to be a time of our life spending time there. However, most grandparents often have the saying, spoil the child and give him back to mom and dad. In this experiment, in this situation, most grandparents are often eager and express their hope that the deployed parents would return to assume custody soon, and that they would not be in a situation where the question of custody becomes an issue. Thank you, and